Good morning. Merry Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to everyone. Kimberley has volunteered for an Archangel reading. She'd like a little guidance. So, her birthday is in June. She's a Gemini. And her Archangel is Raphael. So, I'm going to read a little bit of what I wrote down about Archangel Raphael before I pull the cards. And what I got before I pull the cards. Okay. He helps to keep your emotions and traits balanced, since you have so many that conflict. Scattered energy is something you'll deal with the rest of your life. But he'll never give you more than you can handle. I know they really give us a lot of credit, don't they? I know that's what you're thinking. I know. Call upon him also for healing. He's the patron of travelers. How perfect is that for you? And the blind, happy meetings, nurses, doctors, and even matchmakers. Did you know you could call on Archangel Raphael if you're a matchmaker? Now you know. Okay, so here's what I got before I pulled any cards. Slow down. Take one thing at a time. You got too much on your plate that doesn't need to be there. Ask Raphael to help sort things out and prioritize. Things that are out of your control need to be left alone. File them away and move on. You don't need to stress. That's what I got before I pulled the cards. So, now, we'll start with what Archangel Raphael pull for you. There's your first one. We're calling these the guidance cards now. Unless you have the other kind of readings. But for these, we're Archangel readings. They're guidance cards. You are magic. Isn't that nice? All right, let's see what this got to say. We know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws. And we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal. And this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple. It doesn't matter. For there is always something new to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. So, you know, we all like to think our way is the best way, right? And if it's not our way, we get really upset. I'm guilty. But for your journey right now, this needs to happen. You got to put everything aside. Everything you think should be a certain way. Don't get upset if it's not, because it's normally not exactly how we want it. Some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. Isn't that a song? Garth Brooks. See? I even know that. Aren't you proud of me? For those of you who know, I don't do country music, but I know that song. So, you know, there's no such thing as perfect anyway. Ride the wave and, you know, let it play out like it's supposed to play out. Not how you want it. It's never what we want. But it's what we need for our life's journey. Learn your lessons and let it flow. Okay, I'm flipping my page. Sorry. Okay, card number 2. There you go. Anybody, if you want more information on my cards that I use, go to my page, Messages from Heaven. YouTube too. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. Okay, this one says, celebrate life. We need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and making things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. I want all of you to like replay that over and over. Replay it. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. Never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others. And that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. I got an itchy nose. You see me scratching. Sorry. Just figured I might as well mention that since you all could see me. Forgiveness. It's not that you're forgiving what they did to you. Well, you are, but you aren't. It's letting yourself off the hook. You're forgiving them sort of like, I forgive you for not knowing better kind of thing. Your heart has to feel it, though, for it to work. I know, that's not easy when you're pissed off. I know it. But it has to be done. At some point, it has to be done. You have to forgive the people who hurt you so you can move on and not be haunted every second of every day by what they've done to you. Believe me, if you know me, you know my story, and I totally understand this. And I have a hard time with this myself. But you have to. If you want any kind of normalcy in your life, if you want to start enjoying your life at all without that burden, you got to let it go. You got to forgive. Say, okay, I forgive the situation and I'm letting it go. And put it away. There's nothing you could do about it. It's in the past. Let it go. Do you really want to sit around suffering for the rest of your life? Or do you want to get up, get out of the house, and have some fun? Forgive. Let it go. You'll be free. Okay. Your future card says, with love. Archangel Raphael is sending love. Did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is right now, miracles start to happen? There's a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are. Now, did we not? I wrote that down in my notes. This is the second time in these 3 cards that came up. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are, not how you'd like them to be. It's never how we want it to be. It's not. It's just not, because that's not our path. You know, you could plan things for a month, and then when it actually happens, it never happens exactly how you planned it. Don't plan things. You'll be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy. You act messy, and your world stays in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force a change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what is in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. Then you can decide, stay or go, sink or swim, move or stay still. Acceptance is the key to freedom and opens the door to the real opportunities waiting to be discovered. Set yourself and others free. Mind blown, right? All works together. Stop trying to make things your way. You have to accept things the way they are. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it except go with the flow. Learn your lessons. I'm going to stress that over and over and over and over and over. Learn your lessons. Leave stuff in the past. You don't want to keep repeating these horrible lessons all over and over and over again. Well, you're gonna. If you don't learn your lesson the first time, right, you're going to learn again. And again and again and again until you really figure it out and learn it. So whatever life throws at you, find the lesson in it and move on. Accept things the way they are. Things never fall into place exactly how we want them. And you have to take responsibility too. You know, you have to, if you want changes in your life, you have to make changes, right? If you don't change, you're going to get the same outcome. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, you're going to keep getting the same outcome over and over and over. So if you want change, you have to make change. And find acceptance in the situation. And file it away. Put it in a file. Acceptance is the key to freedom, was what I wrote here. But then after I pulled these cards, this is what I heard. You're entering a new phase of your life. The turmoil is starting to settle. Take each day by day. Take each day, day by day. Leave the past in the past. Move on to a new glorious future. Yes, I heard the word glorious. I don't usually use the word glorious. That's what I heard. Archangel Raphael would use the word glorious, right? Makes sense. I do see a move coming. A move within 6 to 12 months. It's a good thing. But don't stress. Don't stress. It's a good thing. Trust Raphael to help you make things fall into place. Ask for his guidance. You know, I'm not saying just jump into anything. Always do your homework. Make sure all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. You know, but it's going to be a good thing. Everything will fall into place. Don't stress about, what am I going to do for work? What am I going to do for this? How am I going to make this happen? How's this going to work? How's that going to work? It's all going to be okay. Trust me. It'll be okay. Just breathe. Take deep breaths. It's going to work out. So, in 6 to 12 months, when you're moving, I'm sure I'll hear about it sooner. Come back here and post that you're getting ready to move, right? I hope that helped you. You're on track. Good job. Happy holidays.